10 weeks into fall 2022 and I still haven't talked about this anime. Bocchi the Rock is that anime crowned as the dark horse of fall 2022. Whilst being on nobody's radar, it appeared and blew the minds of the people that watched it because of how good it really is. But the real reason I wanted to make a video on this anime isn't because of how accurately it portrays bands and their lifestyle, which it does, or how well it portrays social anxiety, which it also does, or how hilarious it is. I hope you get the point by now. It is all of those aforementioned things, which is why the people that ended up watching it liked it so much. The thing I actually want to talk about is something that I think ties everything in this show together in a way that goes above and beyond what it needed to do. Hint, it's mostly to do with this one. To put it simply, Bocchi the Rock is a show about a socially anxious girl named Hitorigoto who one day discovers how cool bands are and decides that she wants to be part of one and turn her life around. She ended up getting skilled at playing the guitar, but her socially anxious self could never get herself to join a band in middle school until one day in high school she gets scouted by this girl to replace a guitarist in their band, and you know the rest. She joins the band and ends up embarking on her journey to simultaneously experience band lifestyle as well as improve her skills as a guitarist for the sake of her band. I think the points that make or break Bocchi the Rock to someone watching it are if the jokes about social anxiety are relatable and funny, which they definitely are to me, and also if you're here for some good quality character development of a girl trying to escape her social anxiety. Obviously, if you know me, you know I like my character development, which by the way, if you don't know me, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I would really appreciate it. Onto the video. As I was saying, Bocchi the Rock was a complete no-brainer for me in terms of the boxes it ticked and the overall high production quality and the general wholesome vibes of the show. And it definitely delivered. Episode 5 was one of the best episodes in the anime, and even that was outdone with how good episode 8 was. Who knows what we end up seeing in the future of the show. Every time there is payoff in the show, it goes above and beyond and shows us what it is promising to deliver every single time. The rest of the time spent in the show isn't necessarily boring either though. The jokes about social anxiety are funny, the Bocchi spiraling moments are funny, and in general the cast of the show have their own thing going on to progress the story in their own natural ways. Everything in the show follows a very good principle in that it shows more than just telling the audience. For example, instead of telling the audience that social anxiety sucks, we're given a whole tour of Bocchi's thinking, and instead of being just told about how bands are so cool, we actually get to see the bands being cool in multiple different episodes. Showing more than telling is the essence of good storytelling in my opinion, and it is definitely the approach taken here. So in short, Bocchi the Rock rocks. Like, it really rocks. I'm sure you've heard it a bunch now, but this show is just extremely good in all the right ways, which is where I want to talk about the one aspect of the show that helped tie everything together. With the great music, great humor, social anxiety jokes, and the amazing moments of payoff, I think one of the most important aspects of this anime that is a little bit underappreciated is how supportive the cast really is to Bocchi herself. Social anxiety and loneliness is a difficult place to be in life, and Bocchi the Rock does a very good job at showing how difficult it can be, but on the same note, the reason why there is hope for Bocchi in the first place is the people around her. And the biggest credit of course goes to her, Ichiji Nijika. Every time Bocchi is shown to have a tough time dealing with her issues, it is the people around her that make sure to bring her back, never letting her escape into the hell she is desperately trying to climb out of. This is one of those things that I think they could have gotten away by keeping implicit with the general vibe of the show not being too serious anyway, but I am so glad that they didn't. Because at the end of the day, it made Bocchi the Rock feel much better of an experience. At the end of the day, every character in the show embodies this mentality to some extent, yes, even this one, in their own ways. Everyone wants Bocchi to improve herself, whether that is as a guitarist for the sake of the band or just as a person. This is a band environment where all the members care for each other and they want Bocchi to grow with with the band. That also does make their support more realistic though. The characters are cheering Bocchi on for her sake, but also for the sake of their own dreams. It makes the support a lot more authentic in its existence. That being said though, I think the way the cast is supportive to Bocchi is the single biggest ray of hope in the story. Yes, having social anxiety to the point where human contact sends you into hibernation for 2 days sounds just as bad as it is. Even if the story plays it up to be hilarious, I think it does a significant job of showing the humor but separating it from how difficult it can be to live that way. In the same vein though, I think the one reason I can look at this anime and go, yeah, being Bocchi sucks, but it isn't hopeless, is because of the cast around her. The vibe of the band is extremely comfortable and familiar, and everyone has their own little thing you've come to expect from them. Even the manager and the drunk girl that we found recently want Bocchi to overcome her troubles because they see the potential in Bocchi being an absolutely amazing guitarist. And I think that theme is very apparent throughout the story so far and will be all throughout. Whether you liked or noticed this aspect, this is my opinion of what I think I like the most in Bocchi the Rock. At the end of the day, it is a fantastic anime in many different senses, appealing to an extremely wide audience even while being of a niche genre. I'm so glad so many people ended up watching it because it is just great. Every slice of life episode is cute and wholesome, and every episode where the plot progresses is hype enough to keep me waiting for the next one. It has truly found the balance between the two things it is trying to do, and without a doubt it has just been a very fun experience for me. That's all for me today guys. I've been writing about this anime in the community posts and stuff, but I'm not sure that's the right way to use them frankly. Regardless, I will continue sharing my highlights of the show down there if you want to go and check those out. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.